Hi friend, how are you on Tuesday? I'm Pat Sloan and this is our daily challenge, daily talk about quilting your own quilts. If you are just joining me, down below you can get your calendar of all the challenges and all the other things that are going on during the month of June. I've got prior ones too if you wanted to go check them out. Okay, so what do we got today? On the 16th, it is summer fun. So summer's probably a little bit different than previous summers, but my challenge still holds. I still want to know what this is. So our challenge today is, tell me about where you take your sewing in the summer. Do you take it outside when it's nice enough and not too hot? Do you sit outside with your sewing? Do you actually haul the machine out? Raise your hand. Yes, I have done that. I have electric outside, so I've just taken the machine out there on super nice days and sewed outside. Not the Solaris. I would take something like the Jubilant and do piecing out there. Taking handwork, sitting out on my front porch. I have a front porch, so I like to do that, and also like to take handwork to trips if we're in the car, of course. But what about you? Do you take it to the pool? Do you take your handwork on vacation? Do you take your machine on vacation? If you're going to take like a week in the mountains in the summer, do you take your machine along and sew? So tell me about what you like to do. And if you are doing it now, if you're able to sew, outside, whatever. So tell me, that's our challenge. Okay, so let's talk about free motion. We're back to free motion. I've got the free motion foot on here, and I am going to answer a question. Basically, somebody had a question with, can you do straight lines with your free motion quilting? Some people are very talented. They use the rulers and they do a lot of straight line work. I tend to be the one who does very short straight lines. If I want to get from one section to another, not too far, because otherwise I'm not really too straight. Sometimes I'm not too straight with the walking foot either, but I don't care. But I want to show you, I've got the Paris panel. That's the one I'm working on now. Or we're starting it. So the Paris panel, I did stitch right close to the edge on the white all the way around, but I thought I would show you how I would approach doing the green, because the thing is, maybe you don't want to take off your foot. Maybe it's just a very short distance that you want to outline something, maybe the edge of a house, or like this, you want to go around a block and you just don't want to put a walking foot on to do that. So my friend, let's take a look. I have got us in close. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just pulling towards me. So I will get the fabric under here, and I will do a couple stitches in place right here. Be sure that's flat. So do a couple stitches in place, and now it's up to me to make the straight line. So what I do is I just sort of look ahead to a point, not too far. Like I'm not looking way down here, maybe like, what's that, like 2.5 inches or something. And then I just come towards myself. So I'm pushing the fabric away from me, and I'm going towards myself until my hands need to move. Like I can't really go, I could go a bit further out here, but my hands need to move. They need to come down here to support what's going on. So I will stop, and then when I start, I do sort of one stitch slow, and then I go. So now I am basically, doing a straight line. And it doesn't, you get sort of in a motion where you're coming towards yourself, you need to stop, and you let it stop. I don't want to drag a bigger stitch there. And then when I start again, I sort of go slow, so let it get going, and then start. So come up there, and then go. See, now right now, what I can feel is, I talk about drag, especially in my book, I explain about that, but right now all of this is dragging. So I can't easily push this because it's folded over the front of the table. So what I have to do is get rid of the drag. I have to pull this up so that it's not weighted. This drag is weight. It's like stuck under the table, and I can't smoothly push this. And then that makes your stitches bad. So, you know, you have uneven stitches when that's going on, and also it's distracting and it's no fun. So all you have to do is you do have to do a lot of stopping and starting with free motion quilting with things of any size, because you have to relieve all that pressure. So there we go. And I'm stitching with green because I will do this inner border. I will do a little serpentine in green, and then what I will do, let me just come back a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the panel. So right now what I have, this is sort of like thread management. So what I have is the panel with a lot of, you know, white area. This panel has a lot of white area, but then there's the pink in the border, there's the pink flowers, a little bit of yellow for butterflies and some other yellow flowers, and then it has green leaves. So probably what I will do is this green out here, and then I will probably do like a little serpentine or a little like lace, whatever I decide I'll show you. And then after that, I will go back and do the green. It's because I don't want to change thread. I don't want to change thread again. I've got that thread in there. There's not a ton of green. So like for the leaves, I will probably just do a little bit of sort of outlining, like in these stems. I will come up like this and just sort of follow the stems, do a little bit of green. Over here, there's a little bit on the leaves. What have we got out here? Can you see this one? Yeah. So out here, I will just sort of do like a little bit of a thread painting, just a little bit of outlining on there to get them down, you know, to get them locked down. And then the green is done. Then I won't be going and putting green in here again until I do the binding, because the binding will be green on this particular panel. But that is how I approach doing the line straight. And I don't want to pull this out because I either have to stop it, but I'm just going to, after I'm done with this, I will go and finish it so I don't have to pull it out. That's always a nice thing, right? So we're on Tuesday. That means tomorrow is normally we would have a block, but we don't, so I have another little something for you tomorrow, little review. So if you have, you know, that'll be coming in your inbox and your email. Then the following Wednesday is our going on a picnic, and I have been having so much fun coming up with the topics for going on a picnic. I do believe there might be recipes involved, so we will have some fun there. I'll probably be polling you to find out your picnic recipes, because why not? I should, you know, like all of us have family recipes that are amazing, whether they're, you know, the best potato salad in the universe, which Greg thinks that my dad's wife Karen makes the best potato salad in the universe. So it is pretty good. I'm not a potato salad person, but I do like it. Baked beans. One year I made baked lima beans when I was in high school. I decided from dried beans. You can guess what happened if you've ever made baked beans from dried beans and you don't know what you're doing. We ended up with about 3 pots of them coming out of the oven. I can always remember that, because I am the one who liked to cook, not my mom. So, I mean, she did cook, but you know, I liked to cook. I wanted to try new things. I wanted to try stuff. I wanted to experiment. So I find it creative. And if you like to talk recipes and food, come over to Kitchen Adventures at my Facebook community for people who like food. We trade recipes, we get inspired, we don't know what to do with something, we ask. It's very nice, very casual little group over there. Always fun to have a break from just, you know, the quilt life all the time. The quilt life is awesome, but we all do other things too. Speaking of which, I'm doing the cross stitching, and I put a whole page for cross stitch, so that I will link below so that I have all the different cross stitches that I'm working on, and then links to the cross stitch supplies that I'm using. Yeah, so the mystery is coming up in July, the mistletoe cross stitch mystery. It's going to be fun. That'll be fun. And I am sworn to, where is it? Oh, it's over there. I can't reach it. But my home one with the bird and the house and the fence is done. Yeah, did you see that yet? Yeah, and so I will get the rose done by the end of the month, so I can go on to the mistletoe. Okay. You are assigned today to tell me about where you sew. That's your challenge. And then 10 minutes on your free motion quilting today. And if you want to try doing straight lines like that, you're pushing the fabric away from you. So, you know that, and then as soon as you need to, you stop and bring your hands forward again, push, and you just do short segments like that. So basically, that is how I do it. Okay, my friend, thank you for using my links. You enjoy me over on Facebook, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. It's a lot of fun. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Mwah.